I would like to say that personally, I've seen the power of creating discipline in a positive sense and empowering our children to create their own schedules, to enjoy, as we say in Hebrew, machshiv, to make important their time for balance in everything with education and their own schooling, development in their talents and skills and hobbies and health, fitness, and their own prayer time, with their own relationship with Hashem. And that is really the key to practical education, is these boundaries. My rabbi often tells me many times, alongside Rav Shalom Arush, I've seen that there has to be a time for things. Everything has to be scheduled. We're going to have that with Emuna is Our Future Tour, a schedule. It's really the key. And by living up to a schedule, we have the power to really empower children and give them as a role model that we have important things to do in life, and we believe in them to also do that. We have ability to empower the children, and it's with a heart, it's with love, and it's with care. And Emuna gives us the power to also give them something which is very inner, very deep, and allow them to understand the priorities of a daily life, that it's not just whatever, something which is purposeful. There's hashgacha pratis, there's divine providence, and it's guiding everything we're doing, that there is a Hashem, there's a creator, there's a life of purpose, and we have values and goals and schedule and meaning. And this is something which is very powerful, that we can impart to our children through boundaries and scheduling and through being a role model in all these things. The third most important point in terms of spiritually, I believe, even more than prayer, is to impart joy. This is something very much which my Rebbe, the Tolner Rebbe, and Rav Shalom Arush has given over. Obviously, Rabbi Nachman ben Feiga, Rabbi Nachman ben Simcha, we have the advice from these righteous teachings that we have throughout the books of Garden of Emuna series and all the Breast of Svarim, the power of Simcha. Simcha is something which is so important, to the point where it could be one of the most important absolutes of a person's life, to have that Simcha, to have that joy, to have that power, that energy, that life, and that can impact the children more than anything. I know myself how much I struggle with this, and from the struggle, that challenge to be joyful with all the different headaches that come in life, which really don't have to be headaches if we have the right attitude. We can turn it around with the right mindset. Gedalia Fence is also someone who's very strong in helping getting that mindset in a more simcha-dika place. With simcha, a person can achieve everything. But then there's imparting that simcha. That's where I say my Rebbe is a tremendous role model. His simcha, his smile, his love, he gives over so much warmth to the children when he sees them. And I saw the same with Rav Shalom Arush throughout the trip of Emuna is Our Future Tour. He was giving over so much love to the children that came to our events, at the Shabbat tables that we were at, to be able to just give them that feeling of warmth and connection to Hashem and to the path of righteousness that we all have a blessing to be part of. Now, I'd like to end off this week. How does this connect in to Parshat Pinchas? Parshat Pinchas has, in my opinion, all three of these wonderful advice elements. Let's say the first, prayer. Pinchas was someone who prayed. We learn out from him the power of prayer. He prayed for the right eitzah, for the right advice to be able to do his mission. He was a descendant from Aaron a Cohen, which I also am. I'm also a Cohen. And we have the power from Pinchas that he was most nefesh for prayer, to be able to have that holiness and purity, that the Jewish people should go in that path and should be able to continue. The Ramach says he took a spear. The Ramach is connected to the numerical value of 248. This is connected to the 248 words of the Shema. Within the Shema is so much advice on how to pray and how to have good hinuch. We have to talk Torah in our homes, says in the Shema. We have to bring that unity and that love for Hashem into our homes. That was Pinchas with the Ramach, with the spear, who was able to fix the sin that was going on with the Jewish people. It was the Shema, the power of love, the power of loving Hashem, the unity, and no tolerance for something which is just impure for our hearts, for our Jewish hearts. To then bring us to the next point, after the prayer, Pinchas was then also able to bring over the boundaries. There was a tremendous amount of boundaries, the boundaries in the land of Eretz Yisrael, where everything has a place, everyone has a place, everyone has a time. And that brings us to the third point of the Zmanim, the Moedim, the times of Simcha, the times of joy that we see in Parshat Pinchas, that he was meritorious to have in his Parshat Pinchas all the Chagim, all the festivals, the times of Simcha, the times of joy. And that is something which teaches us how to have joy for the rest of the year. It says by Sukkot that our Simcha for the whole year comes through how we keep Sukkot, with the joy that we have sitting in our sukkahs, shaking the lulav and esrog. Who hasn't seen the pictures and the time of saying Hallel with Rav Shalom Arush online or in person, when he's saying Hallel with such simcha and with such song? And that's something we can bring to you, and Emuna is our future tour. When we come, we daven, we have the shacharit, we have the opportunity to daven with Rav Shalom Arush. We have the opportunity to bring that light. So I'd just like to update everyone. We have a lot of developments going on in our Emuna as our future tour, and with this we will end. The big news is, one, the Uman. We have the prayer service going on in Uman, Rosh Hashanah. This is very powerful, that we're able to pray in a new shul with Rav Shalom Arush, and not only that, have an English program. Rav Dayan Elgrod has agreed to give shiurim on the Shabbat and Yom Tov, and he will also be translating Rav Shalom Arush in English. We also have myself and Rav Yonatan Balayesh, and a few other very special names that we hope to include in our Uman English-speaking program. The next point I'd like to say as an update is our schedule is starting to look more formulated. We will have to confirm, as time goes on, and we appreciate you reaching out and helping and partnering to help build this tour for November the 3rd. We hope to begin in Toronto, to continue on around the 6th to Miami, to have a wonderful Shabbat with Gedalia Fenton, hopefully the Lighthouse Project before and after Shabbat, and we have the opportunity then continue on, possibly to Houston, but more likely straight to Mexico. And from Mexico, we'd like to be there for a few days, and hopefully with Jonathan Galed will be there with us, translating throughout this part of the trip. And then we will head into the next part of the trip of New York. And Rav Elgrod, Rav Dayan Elgrod, has agreed to translate, and we'll be staying Shabbat Project in Monsey, we hope, and also speaking with Chazak, hopefully, and Eish Kodesh, and other such wonderful institutes in New York and throughout that area in New Jersey, New York. And we hope then to climax the trip, if possible, maybe one more location yet to be confirmed, possibly Chicago, possibly LA, possibly a few other places people have requested, but with that, we don't know. The other good news is, and this will be my last point, that we have the opportunity to bring Rav Elgrod, as he was with Rav Notan Arush, to South Africa. He was just recently there. We'd like to bring Rav Arush to South Africa in the new non-Jewish calendar 2020 after Hanukkah. And we'd also like to bring the wonderful Rav Arush to other locations such as this. But first, Rav Elgrod and Rav Notan Arush are available for many locations. We are not confirmed yet where, but possibly London and possibly Singapore, Hong Kong. It's up to you guys to reach out, and we'll make these trips a reality. The Emuna is our future tour is growing, and I hope this was helpful with your children. May you only see Nachus and good health and happiness. And for those who not yet have children, should have children. Those who are not likely to ever have children, God forbid, they should be able to help other children and to help build this place of future, this world, to be role models of simcha and joy, and to see Emuna as our future in Yerushalayim, in the land of Emuna, with all our children and families together, with all the generations dancing Mashiach Sekenu B'Mehevri Imenu Omein.